What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Shay G, and welcome to another edition of the Shay G and Friends podcast. That's right. This is where a podcast where I interview different, family, friends, people that's really doing things, and people that's known in the industry. So today is nothing less but legendary. I have the one, the only. You've seen him on SNL, you've seen him in numerous movies. But the best thing is, man, he's here. He's a genuinely good guy, father, husband, friend. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise right now for the one, the only Finesse Mitchell. Everybody, I'm clapping. How you doing today, brother?
Thank you. What's up, shit?
Make the noise. How you feel, brother? You good?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you're here in Dallas, the DFW, performing at the Arlington Improv. How's that going?
It's going amazing, man. Always great crowds in Arlington. Always great shows in Arlington. It reminds you of why you do stand-up comedy, and then, that's it. You know what I mean? I do what I do, and I am who I am.
Right.
And when I'm on stages like the Arlington Improv, or just in Dallas, the Fort Worth area, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about moving here.
What? For real?
No.
Okay.
No.
So let me ask you this. You've been in the comedy game a long time. Mm-hmm. When did you realize, man, this comedy thing just might work?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I guess when I got Saturday Night Live in 2003. Mm-hmm. When I got Comic View in 1999, that was my first TV appearance. Mm-hmm. Performing in Atlanta, Georgia. Ricky Smiley was the host. Legendary comedian, legendary time in comedy where people were watching Def Comedy Jam and BET Comic View.
Right.
So that was our social media back then. You had to be on one of them for people to even say, "Oh yeah, you do comedy. I seen you."
Yeah,
that's how we used to talk back.
That was the
day
right there. Yeah.
I seen you. Yeah, you do comedy. You do comedy. I seen them. But if you I do comedy in the clubs and ain't nobody seeing you on TV,
right?
Do you do comedy?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you really
a comedian? So back in the day, man, that was it. You try to get one of those two credits or both. And comedians who popped during those times are still popping today.
Very much so.
I have not seen a lot of people retire who were successful on those two shows. Other than Chris. No, everybody popping, everybody doing their thing, man. Yeah,
if you name it, like even some of the people who were on there that was like consecutive, like Steve Brown, and you have all those people that's still touring and doing a whole lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe I thought you was gonna go really like a Steve Harvey or Chris Rock or Bernie Mac.
Yeah. Oh, you was back there with all of them?
No, I wasn't back there, but the show was. And I'm saying people who popped on those two shows.
Said the Entertainer, some more. And
Steve is hilarious, but for you to start with Steve Brown, I'm like,
well, I'm just talking about like my era, like in the like 95, 96, 97 when I was really
first time I saw Steve Brown, I just thought he was electric on stage. It was just like, I didn't know you could have that much energy, you know? So him and Arnez J and a bunch of people with high energy like that, I was like, oh, okay, that's one way to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know what my style was. I just wanted to tell clever jokes or stories or just write something that people could relate to and be like, oh, yeah. And to this day, that's still my style.
But I can honestly say your style is like you're the cousin.
The cousin.
That cool cousin that had that southern swang, and when you were talking, you would tell a story. It will suck people into the story. Like, I'm still to this day one of my favorite jokes, and actually my grandmama, my mom and them, and it's like, because they watched comedy with me, was the joke you talked about when the woman looked different driving home and them lights was hitting.
And you know how in the club in the dark pretty is different from outside the club in the light pretty?
Yeah. So see, it's one of those things where that's your style, where everybody relate to you like the cousin.
Yeah.
Back in the day. But how was it, you mentioned SNL, how was it when you got that call, that first call from SNL?
At the time, I was happy because rent was due. Jobs were few and far between. But maybe my third show in, I said, oh, this is life-changing. Third show. My first show was Jack Black. He did a movie, School of Rock.
Yeah, I remember that.
The second show, I don't even remember. That third show, I am literally in New York City at SNL at my job, and I hear one of the producers say, Finesse, Halle Berry is in that room in there by herself. While we gather everybody, go in there and keep her company. And I was like, y'all don't even know me like that, dog. It's just my third week. Then nobody do no background check. I don't think y'all supposed to be putting me in rooms with people like that.
You trusted me a little too much.
Too much. We ain't have no employee handbook, no manual, no orientation. Just go in there and be me. So I went in there, man, and just had her cracking up from the start. Looking at her like we both scared. She just started laughing like I'm terrified. I said, me too.
Right.
She was like, but this your show. I said, this my third show.
Right. I'm new.
I
still got a trainer sticker on.
I'm new. I still wear a name tag.
Right.
But yeah, man, and that's when it hit me. Oh, we're going to have a different celebrity host and a different musical guest in the upper echelon of entertainment every week. And that's when I was like, oh, I think I made it.
Right.
I think I need white women and cocaine now. I thought that come with it. I thought that come with success and fame. That's what the basketball players told me.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. So, yeah, man. And to be in New York City during that time, 2003 to 2007, it was so fun because a lot of the icons today were just bubbling. And what I mean by that is like Ashton Kutcher was successful, but in a very young way, in a very Nick Cannon way at the time. He had Punk'd on MTV,
which was popular,
which was a major hit for him. But then you quickly learned that all those people knew each other. Right. Just like all the black comedians knew each other, but the Ashton Kutchers wanted to get back at the Justin Timberlakes, and the Justin Timberlakes was like, oh, we don't mess with Lindsay Lohan. And Lindsay Lohan was like, oh, I heard that Scarlett Johansson is coming, and da-da-da-da. And it's like all of them were young. Right. And we were young. Me and Keenan were young. So it was fun because we went to go, you know, it was great to go clubbing. And during that time, that's all we did in New York City was club at night. I mean, literally leave your house at midnight and go club till 3 in the morning. You don't stay in that too long. Right. But it's long enough to be like, see you tomorrow? See you tomorrow. You know what I mean? And that was your night job. To let me
ask you this. Let me ask you this, man, because right now.
I met Jay-Z in the club.
What? Wait a minute now. Hold up. Let's go to that. What happened?
I met Jay-Z in the club. Jay-Z was coming down. He was walking toward me. I'm walking toward him. And I look at him like, that's Jay-Z. Right. And for whatever reason, something in my brain said, hug him. I don't know why. As soon as we got close, I went in for the hug. Right. And these arms came out, and his arms came and grabbed both my arms and locked them down. Right. And pulled them down. Right. And he was like, what's up? And moved me to the side. His people kept walking that way. And I was just like, I just met Jay-Z. We almost hugged, but he's shy. Right.
So okay, I'm going to ask my other question, but let me ask you this since we're on this. Everything right now going on with Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever. Have you had any, like, a Puff Daddy? You know how, like, most people have a Puff Daddy story, especially being in the industry, and you've been in New York too?
I mean, I've always been a fan of Puff musically and just what he was able to build. I followed his story closely because I was managing an R&B group before I got into comedy. So he was one of the people I was trying to get to, the Jermaine Dupri's, the Russell Simmons, anybody that would listen to my group. But yeah, man, I mean, I met Puffy once in Mexico, in Cancun. We was actually like we were in a huge nightclub, and we were in the DJ booth, which was above the club. And I just remember walking in there thinking that my group was going to perform that night at that club, and I was thinking of logistics and where to set up the camera. I walk in there, and Puffy is in there. I'm like, Puff! Right. He's like, what's up? And I'm like, yeah, man, so you at the club tonight? He was like, yeah, I just bought it out. I was like, oh, okay, so you going to see my group perform? He said, no. I said, well, my group is performing here tonight. He said, no, they're not. Wow. He said, I bought the club out, so all my acts are performing tonight. I mean, who are you? I was like, I'm Finesse.
Right.
Miami, baby. I live in Miami. And I realized this dude don't know me. And I'm just talking to him. But he was entertaining me like, yeah, but I had to understand at the time, what does that mean you bought out the club?
Right.
What does that mean nobody's performing but people you want to perform? Like, who you think you are, dog?
Right.
We flew all the way over here. We got a show here tonight. It's spring
Shiny
break.
suit man is what it was.
So that was really my first time meeting him, and he was right. My group did not perform. And he's not a hugger either. I tried to go in.
I was about to say.
I'm like, Puff. Come to find out, years later, yes, he is.
He is a hugger.
He is a hugger.
You probably slipped on him or whatever.
Yeah.
So the question I really want to ask, and this is the last one about SNL, which do you think is harder? Was it harder to get on or to maintain the mental strength of the every week
it's
things that you had to go through?
It's the mental fortitude. It's the it's the mind game. And if you treat it like, first of all, there's so many different aspects and elements to consider when taking that job. A lot of times the people aren't from New York. So you're flying to New York and you're living in New York and you're adjusting to a brand new show and trying to, bring something funny to the table. Meanwhile, also trying to get used to your living situation and the hustle and bustle of a New York City. I didn't necessarily handle that well because I was more, in my day, I found that I was having more fun off of the show and being in New York City as an Atlanta boy than focusing on the show and, this character and that character. Because sometimes when you feel like you're about to hit a home run and you wrote something dope and they don't pick it, it really it's like being on a football team. You get all dressed up, you stretched, you know what I mean? You ran the same.
Wait. You played for the U.
Yeah, I played for the U.
Right.
I played for the U. We are in the playoffs.
Yes,
we just shocked the world and beat Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
But just like the U and SNL, I didn't get in the game a lot. So I'm like, wait a minute. I dressed up. I did all the things I was supposed to do that week like everybody else.
Right.
And coach them put me in the game. Well, it was sort of like that with SNL. Sometimes you just leave the show feeling like $1 million, feeling like a superstar. Your sketch got on. You were funny. You walk out after the show. The barriers are holding back all the people screaming your name. They know your name, dog. They go, Finesse! You walk over.
Wait, how they yell it?
Finesse! Finesse! Finesse!
Right.
And they got your picture already that they done laser printed off some laser jet print machine. And you walk over and you sign your name 2 or 3 times. You're looking up. You catch 1 or 2 cuties.
Right.
Like, it's too cold to be out here, girl. What you doing out here?
Right.
We're going to the after
Come
party.
Right.
We were all assigned our own driver.
Right.
So every show you had your own driver up until like maybe 5 a.m. So anywhere you want to go in the city that night, you got your own driver.
Wow.
The show is paying for it. So you throwing anybody in your car? Like,
Right.
yo, we heading over here.
Right.
Yo, we heading over here.
Right.
It was a time that if you're not mature enough to figure out you can make a left turn, you can do real drugs, what I call real drugs, and all of a sudden looking for real drugs every weekend. Then you're looking for real drugs every week, every day of the week. I don't do real drugs, but I just know that what I saw during those times was like the things that people talk about in entertainment. You know what I mean? In all aspects of it, man. Sometimes there was a time we was in this dude's mansion, bro. But we was in a penthouse in New York City. You know how New York City penthouses are. And we was in there after party. And I'm just like, yo, man, by the way, whose crib is this? This is dope. And real talk, they was like, I think they said this was Ashton's crib. And I'm like, where's Ashton? Oh, he live in L.A. Well, who's here? Right. Oh, well, he don't know what? We in this man's house? Bruh. When people young like that with stuff, you know what I mean? Can you imagine? So I liken it to people today making gangs and goo gobs of money with social media. It looks like Kai Cenat having a good time, even though he's going through some stuff with this success. The Drewskis and all those cats and the Country Waynes. Like it's like when you make a lot of money and you young, you're supposed to kind of like explore a lot of stuff. You make a lot of money and you're older, you're supposed to, let me figure out some real estate.
Preserve it.
Let me figure out what to do with it.
Right.
But what I liked about my time at SNL was that it was just raw. You know what I mean? Everybody, it was like that. This real old school, y'all. But there was a show called Fame.
I remember
with Debbie Allen, Leon with them shorts and them braids.
You got to braid with sweat.
Yeah. Coco and Bruno and all them different characters. I liken it to that just because everybody's talented and the makeup artist talented. The fake prosthetics, all that, the people who do all that, just super talented. And now where people at the top of their game doing stuff like that, now you actually see the Desi Banks and the Drewskis and the Adam Rays and all these different comedians that dress up like characters. And you're like, dang, who doing their makeup?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like everything has come full circle where the business is that your team, it's not an individual effort. It's your team. It's your editor for your podcast. It's your clips guy for your comedy. It's your camera guy who traveling on a standby ticket to get to the gig. But if there's a common goal and you got a team, you'll make it faster if you have consistency with whatever content you're trying to put out.
All right, so now we're just gonna get into like life after like all of that.
The hoes,
right. You got fame.
Hoes.
Everybody know Finesse the Noops. Big shout out to the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Yo, it's like wherever you go, people notice you now. Like even far after SNL. So how is your life now?
I like it, man. I wish I was making more money, but that has never really motivated me or driven me. And I heard Joey Wells. I ran into, Joey Wells with the Kevin Hart group. But I was walking up. I don't know what I had on, but it made him say, Finesse got that quiet money.
Right.
And I looked at my outfit and I was like, oh, I did put this together nicely.
Right.
But
outfit.
To be in the business over 30 years now, I think at this point, and to be on so many TV shows, talk shows, to have so many opportunities. I was talking to comedian Celebrity, shout out to Celebrity here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But we were talking about you hit a couple of licks in this business. You feel comfortable to make some purchases that equal the lick you just hit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of those purchases come with financing.
Yeah.
So maybe 5 to 7 years into that purchase, and that lick has gone away.
Went down, yeah.
But that purchase is still at its current value.
Yes, sir.
So what you have to do is like count your money 3 to 6 months ahead of time, which means you got to try to get yourself booked just with stand up 3 to 6 months ahead of time. In addition to what's my other gig and what's my other side hustle and what's my TV joint and what's my movie and what's my whatever. So, but at this point in my career, it feels good to walk around and people be like, that feels good. You feel a little validation that, okay, I may not be the biggest name in comedy, but I know my name rang out in these streets.
And you're like this. I would rather be like this than like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the one thing I can say, everybody respects you. That's the one thing. When you talk to comics, when you talk to like Sherry Shepherd, like those people respect you. And whenever you mention, whenever you say, hey, Finesse, oh yeah, like even in the frat, oh, like you show everybody love. And there's no stardom, no.
I'm humble, bro.
Yeah.
I've heard it all my career. Sometimes to my detriment, I've heard I'm not aggressive enough. And then, but when in the streets with the people, whether it's the comics, the frat, the former football team, the U that's gone on to be big stars, the Ray Lewises, the Rohan Marleys, the Dwayne Johnson. You walk up on a Finesse Mitchell, you're going to be like, Finesse. Bro, Donald Trump saw me, and I was at the Today Show.
Okay.
I got a Trump story real quick. He had hosted SNL. You get a whole week with these cats.
Right.
So by the time he left, man, I hit him up one day. He called me back.
Right.
Man, I'm at the Today Show, and this was probably like 4 years later. And I'm in the makeup chair, and this lady was barely doing my makeup, but I'm just like, I don't need no makeup anyway. But she was pussyfooting around.
Right.
And Donald Trump walks in the makeup room. About 8 people. And everybody looks. Everybody getting their makeup done, and the makeup artist is like, Donald Trump. And I'm in the makeup chair, and I said, Donald damn Trump. You know what I mean? And this was back in the day.
Right.
You know, it was like 2010 or something like that. And part of Donald Trump's charisma is that he doesn't forget a lot of people unless he wants to.
Right.
Right? He walks in, he looks around the room, and he goes, Finesse Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen, brilliant comedian, brilliant actor, brilliant comedian. We worked together on Saturday Night Live. Brilliant. And he walks around the room. He looks at everybody. He comes over. He touches my shoulder. Leans in my ear. Call me if you ever need me. Right. He walks back out, dog.
Right.
I look back in that mirror. Dude, I had 4 makeup people touching my face. I was like, where y'all bitches come from? Oh, I'm somebody now.
Right. Touch him up. Touch him up.
Finesse, you need some anti-shine. And...
Right.
But, yeah, man. I think in this business, if you are consistently a good person, because it's very easy not to be, especially with success. I see a lot of comedians that's like, I deserve this. This should have happened a long time ago. It's almost like a Kanye, like a Ye mentality.
Yeah.
You get to success, but now you mad. You bitter that it took so long. You bitter that people didn't recognize your genius. You bitter that you didn't get the money you should have got years ago. So I see that a lot, and I try to surround myself with people that's not that.
So you're a traveling comic, very successful. You do all your stuff, beautiful wife, kids. How do you manage all of that? You know what I mean? Because I see you, of course I follow you. Sometimes I hit you to check on you, but it's like, how do you manage that? I know that has to be hard to an extent. You got to find a good woman. You got to find, when it comes to merging a lot of times first love, which is comedy, you fall in love with comedy in a way like it's unlike any other job. I could imagine if you're saving lives as a doctor or you a music producer or whatever. But that comedy thing, man, you got to find somebody that understands entertainers, that understands the ups and downs of the business, and that understands, most importantly, you travel. If you have any type of success, a lot of times you're not home. Right. You got to find somebody mature enough to understand you're not going to be there a lot, but they're going to hold it down like you are there. Right. And when you are there, they're going to make the most of the time of you being there. And I don't know if that's you taking out the trash and doing the stuff that you missed or whatever, or just sitting on the couch and being up under each other. But it helps when you find a good person. And anybody in show business, and especially comedy, will know that if you are locked up with the wrong person, it's hell. Because comedy is hell. And then your relationship when you come home and not thinking about comedy is hell. Boy, say that. So that one wrong, I always tell people, like, one wrong turn will change your life forever. You decided not to put on a seatbelt one day, could mess up your life forever. Yeah. But when it comes to you connecting yourself to another person, are you doing it because you're lonely? Are you doing it because you got a big booty? Are you doing it because, this is my soulmate? You got to figure that out. Because the minute you say, I do, and it's hard to get away, now you need paperwork to get away. You realize, oh, man, I just set my whole career back 5 to 6 years because not only do I have to go through a divorce, but I got to go through the mental scab of that failure, not to mention comedy ain't popping the way I want it to. So now I'm just in this dark place, and now all women are hoes and bitches, and your attitude is all off, and your energy is off.
and now you about to go find another woman and ruin her life because you ain't healed from the last one. You know. So yeah, man, I'm blessed. Shout out to my wife, Idris DeBarge, and luckily, you know, her father traveled. Her father was never home. Her father,
the DeBarges.
Yeah, El DeBarge, and he just did a show New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
you know, so he's still out there in them streets, and I just think that kind of prepared her, and we both Geminis, so she's like, she sees the similarities. Yeah. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm just grateful and thankful that she's a pretty smart woman, and definitely blessed. And for some reason, I don't know what the game was when I laid it down, but she picked it up. She picked it up, a reel to end, hook, line, and sinker.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I still see it in you. For some reason, that yo went up. I saw it.
Bruh.
So this is what I want to ask you. I know.
What happened to the house you had when we first met? Oh, that was an Airbnb, baby. Too late now. I got you, bitch. I got you.
So this is a question before we get up out of here, man. I really appreciate you coming. Two things. The first thing is, what's next? Like, that's what we all, you know, like we was talking yesterday, and I asked you, I said, man, because I told you about some of the stuff that I seen on stage, how funny it was. Like, so what is next?
Well, you know, I don't know if specials, we often hear this a lot in our business. Are specials special anymore?
Seem like everyone is putting them out.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to own your content, put out your content. This podcast content, you know what I mean? And so what's next for me is to continue to nurture my relationships with people who are more successful than me and people who are on their way up. Because it always interchanges. The people on their way up start coming down. The people that was just saying, can I get a guest spot? All of a sudden got a great gig.
Rife, but Matt Rife.
You know, he calls me every now and then and says, hey, you want to go do Canada? We got Toronto and Buffalo.
You actually let him get on when he was coming up, right?
You know what? He was a consistent kid, hardworking, and turned into a comedian, and turned into a dope comedian, and turned into a crowd work specialist. But during those early days, I and a couple of other comics, we just felt the need to like look out for him because, you know, some people, and you hear the Mike Epps stories and the Dave Chappelle stories and these stories, and Nick Cannon. Oh, I was 14, I was 15, I was da-da-da. Well, Matt came out there when he was like 16, 17, 18. So, you know, he's 30-something now. And sometimes, you know, people don't know the hustle and the grind. He was producing shows, and, you know, he came out to LA and did exactly what you're supposed to do. You make relationships. You find your own room or create your own place and space for people to perform. Now comedians are looking to get on your shows, and he did all of that. He had shows going during COVID and stuff. So now when he calls me and be like, yo, want to play Madison Square Garden? Yes. Are you booked? Don't know. Yes. But I'm not booked right now. I am going to.
Ashton Kutcher's house.
Yeah, we can go to Ashton Kutcher's house. I know where to keep the key.
Right.
He ain't never there.
right.
You know what I mean? Right. That was a good callback.
Yeah, thank you so much.
But yeah, man. So performing with him, I performed with Tisha Campbell, the very talented OG Triple. Tisha Campbell. She's doing stand up now. She's doing great. It's called the Damn Gina Tour. We've been doing dates around the country, so I'm very proud of her. And our agent hooked us up to go out on the road together, and you know, so it's working. You know what I mean? And then my own dates. I'm about to shoot my next special called Slightly Political.
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Look, I've been waiting on it, man. I've been waiting on you to, man.
You know,
there's stories. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah,
we got to say this. Your stories and how you speak, and especially on the political aspect, but you make it funny.
Yeah,
it's still thought provoking.
Yeah, man. I told myself that we can write a very quick short joke, or you can tell a very Chappelle-esque, Ali Sadiq-esque story. It's so many different styles. I like to combine all that stuff. And the only thing I'm focusing on right now is to raise my profile and the awareness for people to say, he been dope. He should have been. But every time I think that way, I realize that's still on me.
Yeah.
So I want to stop with the complaining and stop with the finger pointing and just get back to the art of it, because what I'm performing right now, I really love. It's getting great laughs.
Yeah.
And I got to document it, put it on tape, put it out there, and get to the next hour.
If anybody wanted to follow you, because this, you got to do this all the time, because this is the way of the world.
Don't follow me.
Right. Tell them how to get in contact with you.
I ain't telling y'all nothing.
No, I'm telling you to follow him. He's very funny.
Man, I'm on the TikTok, and that's how you know your age, because you got to put the in front of it. I'm on the TikTok, Finesse Mitchell 0, the number 0. I was Finesse Mitchell, but I got locked out. Now I'm just Finesse Mitchell 0. I can see Finesse Mitchell page. I just can't get back in it. I want that page back.
Right.
But now Finesse
just tag
Mitchell 0.
I guess.
Just find me.
Right.
At Finesse Mitchell 0. And then Finesse Mitchell Instagram, FinesseMitchell.com for my personal website, Finesse Mitchell on Facebook. I gained 90,000 followers on Instagram in the month of November. I have no clue what I did.
Just being you, bro.
I just started posting a lot.
Right.
And stuff just started. Don't you get like an endorphin rush when you open up your Instagram and then it say 100,
right,
and then it say 100 again, and then it say 100 again, and it's just people liking stuff, and I'm like, and then make you want to post stuff. So I see now why people post 5 times a day, because it is addicting.
Now this I gotta have. So if they are 60 years or above, how can they get in contact?
If they 60
right,
and above, write me at P.O. Box. I know you got some stamps. Don't look at me like that. And I know Shed got some AME church folks that's 60 watching his content. Write me at P.O. Box 48601, LA, California 90048. Send me a peppermint or a butterscotch.
Peppermint.
We know how y'all get down.
Right.
50 and up, Finesse Mitchell at Hotmail. I'm going to hit you back directly, because y'all my new group. Let's go. We in there.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Shed G and Friends podcast. Please remember to check out the Shed G and Friends Clean Comedy Special on CW33. This is what we doing, man. God bless you. You be all right, man.
And by clean, he mean his drawers clean, because his content ain't clean. He's still cursing.